week again, before, for your Pilates. So I hope everybody's okay. Not too bad for the second lockdown. Hopefully we'll be able to spend Christmas a little bit more freer, hopefully. But anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying the classes still, not getting too bored of doing it at home. I actually quite like it actually, especially with the weather being so rubbish. It's quite nice. Just been for a nice 5-mile walk this morning, which has made me feel quite good. And also I met a friend too, which is quite nice because you can chat as well. So it didn't feel 5 miles, it actually didn't feel as far as 5 miles, so it was really nice to get out in the fresh air as well. So I hope everybody's coping alright. Maybe getting outside a little bit as well. So just taking a few shoulder rolls to begin with, all the way back, just getting into those shoulders. They may be a bit stiff. I'm just going to turn the music down just a little bit. So just a general class today. Might do a little bit of a few rollovers and a few roll-ups, a few teasers. Just getting into those core muscles to wake them up a little bit. Maybe a bit in the legs as well. Oh, I haven't got my ring. Oh, it's that. That's fine. So just a few rolls forward. And into those shoulders. Sorry, I'm sitting on my shins. If you want to sit with your legs out, whatever's comfortable for you. So either on your shins, your legs out, or cross-legged if you want to. Just so we could just take a few stretches. Just before we start, just eliminate any stiffness anywhere. And just releasing. And then a little twist round. Just getting into that centre. Just breath in and out. And then cross over to the other side. Just a little bit in the upper back. So hold on to the knees. Push the chest forward. Tuck the chin and around the back. So inhale, push the chest forward. Exhale, round the back. Couple of those, just to get into that upper back. You've been working at a desk quite a lot today. That's just going to get into that area, a few of those. Just keep that spine moving, it's very important. Don't let it stiffen up. Got a couple more shoulder rolls. Okay, coming into our breathing, just grabbing my ring. Again, you can use your rings if you want to, or just no, you don't have to. So coming onto your blocks, our rings above the chest, again making sure your wrists are straight, your elbows are slightly softened, wiggle around, make sure you're comfortable and your hips are evenly weighted, and then take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the ring, pull up the pelvic floor in the lower tummy. As you squeeze the ring, remember to draw those shoulder blades slightly towards each other as well. So inhale, exhale. As you do that, you'll keep your shoulders stable here, so it will stop you rounding your shoulders. So inhale, exhale, draw shoulder blades in. And also these elbows, draw those in towards each other. It's going to give you a little bit more stability and start to work into that upper body. A couple more breaths. As you breathe, breathe nice and wide. Exhale. Also pushing that last bit of air out as well, that's going to engage this area. So again in, exhale. And then rock it out. So just taking a few rocks into that lower back, warming up. And then half a rock, and half again. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lightly imprint without squeezing the bum too much. Pushing all the breath out, and then inhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, release. One more. Hip release, so dropping the right leg out, slide that away, exhale, squeeze back in, 4 each way. So your own pace, just going with your breathing, keeping the hips nice and still, and then drop in, slide away, exhale back up. So just really rotating. Warming up those hips, squeezing as you come back in, and then the other side, squeezing back in for each way. So a little squeeze on the ring, so again we're stabilising for the upper body too. So again, your own pace with your breathing. You'll probably find one hip wants to work a bit better than the other. Definitely with me. And then taking another flatten the shoulder blades to reconnect those and take the legs together. Inhale to the right. Exhale, squeeze it back to the, try and control this edge, keep the shoulders settled into the mat. Coming back, inhale, out. Exhale, squeeze back. So not too far, so not far that your shoulders are going to lift off. They're keeping those fairly anchored into the mat. So we're getting those muscles in the centre to control those legs. Keep the knees quite tight together. And then we're going to extend the legs on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Bringing in the arms as well. Push to the ceiling. Coming in. As you're coming, elbows come into the sides, so where the ribs are, and then push back out. Inhale, sides. Exhale, push back out. So make sure you're not winging your elbows, hug them into the ribs. So we keep those shoulder blades in the right position, because as soon as we wing, our shoulder blades move. So elbows tuck in. And as you wing as well, you get your tension in your shoulders too. So we're trying to avoid that. So pushing up, and then elbows come into the ribs. Couple more. Then we're going to change, and we're going to put the ring just above the ankles. Flex the feet. We're going to push away with the ring. Coming in. Just to the ceiling. Getting into the legs. And as you push to the ceiling, we're getting a little bit of a stretch also for the hamstrings. So strength and stretch. It's a bit of a challenge holding the ring in there too. Couple more. And then bring it in. Take the ring down for now. And just take a couple of rocks there. We're going to come up then to all fours, coming up for the back of the body. So just finding our neutral. So spread the fingers nice and wide. Fist distance with the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, drop the head, coming up, tucking under. Inhale. Exhale, top of the head pushes, tailbones push away. And again, inhale. Exhale, drop head, tucking under. Inhale. Exhale. As you're doing this, draw the knees towards each other as if they're coming towards each other. So we engage the outside of our hips. So keeping that engaged. Tuck tail, come up. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then taking the right leg, push it away into the heel. Take the left arm so the thumbs up. Coming in with the knee. Inhale, push away. Exhale. Two more. And take that down. And again, other arm and leg. Coming in. And inhale away. It doesn't matter when you inhale and exhale, as long as you are. You can change the breath around. As long as you're engaging, one more. Then take that down. Look down one side so we get a nice side stretch. And then centre, and then look down the other side. Back into centre, tuck under the toes. Bring the knees together. We're just going to take a little stretch of the soles of the feet. So So just coming down, if that feels okay. It may feel quite tight to start with, and just take a few shoulder rolls there. And a chest stretch, so just get into those feet a little bit. Especially if you do a lot of walking, that just helps to stretch out those soles. And then we're going to come over onto our backs again. Going in the opposite direction, so taking the block away. Knees in line with the ankles, palms down. Wiggle around the hips, inhale. As you exhale, tuck under the tail, roll each part of that back off. All the breath out, inhale. Exhale, midsection, lower, and then hips, and again. So just take the fingers on your hips, just make sure they're nice and level as they come up and down. We're not hitching over to one side and the other. Coming up. Hips nice and level, inhale. Exhale. Couple more. And one more. And then toe and heel. So heel, toe, just working through the feet. Get into those ankles, the knees, the calves. Bring the arms up, palms facing forward. Inhale. As you exhale, the feet and the arms come in. So heel and toe, scissor. And if you can manage the breath, it's an exhale and inhale coming in. Don't worry too much about the breathing, that's just going to help you engage and keep that awareness. One more. Rest the feet, the arms are going to go back by the ears, keeping this midsection coming down. As you do this, you will notice your rib cage will want to pop up if we're not aware of it. So draw that down and draw the midsection, the back, towards the floor as you come back. Keep that connection, inhale, exhale. Couple more. Try not to flare the ribs, keep them connected. And then we're going to circle behind, out to the side, legs, centre. Behind, side, legs and centre. And then the other way, legs, centre, behind and through. And one more, pushing aside, above. Remember that rib cage, don't let that pop. And then bring that down. Taking the ring and take it into the shoulder blades. So inhale, squeeze, exhale, flatten. And then squeezing in and down, and flatten. And one more squeeze, and flatten. And then just rock the head side to side, just take the ring down for now, grab the blocks. Take a few shoulder shrugs, just get into those shoulders a little bit. And then a few nods, so look to the knees, the ceiling, behind you, back to the ceiling, got a couple more rocks, just to make that neck's nice and warm. And I'm going to grab our rings and take them to the ceiling to start with, so inhale, go behind, exhale to come up, inhale in, exhale out. 3 times. Ceiling, low, and again. Ceiling, lower, a few more. Ceiling, lower, couple more. Ceiling, lower, and one more. Elbows in to the side. Stop those winging shoulder blades. Ceiling and lower. And we're going to take up the legs into tabletop. Coming up again. Coming in. So just pushing up this time. Again, keep those elbows coming in. Bring the legs, bring the up, bring down, inhale. Exhale, extend your left leg. Right leg. Keep squeezing the ring. Then legs together, breathe in. As you breathe out, ring goes away. And legs. Two more. And take that down, take a little rock. So if your neck hurts in any way, just support it, take the ring down. You do feel it quite a lot in the neck, especially when you've got the rings. Obviously you're building a bit more tension in there, so just be aware that the neck doesn't actually really hurt. So just take the ring down, just take a few rocks there, and then place the ring down, hold the legs in, just take a couple more rocks. Coming into scissors, so we're just going to take the legs to the ceiling, keeping the arms down by your side, inhale. Exhale, coming up, keeping that stability in the upper body, you're going to come down with the right leg. Again, you can support your head. Left leg. One more each leg. And then burn, take that down, just a couple of rocks. So a little bit on our tummy, and we'll come back over. So coming onto your fronts. Now if you want to add the ring to this, you can do. You can take it just above the ankle. But if you just want to go normal with the legs, that is fine. We're going to bring it round, so I'll just allow you a little bit of time to get your ring in. If it's a struggle, just do it normally, that's fine. So just make sure your ring is just above your ankle and it's comfortable on your ankles. Don't put any too much pressure on those joints, it's a bit uncomfortable. So we're going to take it into breaststroke prep with a ring if you've managed to get it in. So inhale up, exhale down. So inhale up, exhale. So a little squeeze of the ring as we go down. So working into the bum too. Change arm position. Oh, cramp. Just be aware of that. Cramp at the back of your leg. Sometimes it does that with the ring. So just putting the ring back in, you continue. Creeps up on you, that does. I haven't drunk much water this morning either. So coming up. Couple more. And then change arm position. So inhale, exhale. Couple more. Arm position again, we're going to come to full breaststroke. Exhale, push. Inhale, round, squeeze. Keep the chin tucked. Couple more. And then lower down and just take out that ring. Put it out of the way for now. Just going to take a little stretch through those hamstrings. Bent position, so we're just going to stretch them out a little bit. So taking our hands just under the hips, even weight the pelvis, and then as you inhale, as you exhale, extend the right leg as if somebody's got you by the toe. Inhale down, extend the left leg, the right one. So as if you're trying to grow the legs, so not too much height, more about the length. So it's coming right from this buttock, the glute area, extending, and that also comes into that lower back as well. So make sure you're not rocking the hips, they're just nice and evenly weighted over the hands. And then release the hands. We're just going to come into swimming, but we're going to start with just the legs. So taking the hands forward on the fingertips, just extend the arms, tuck the chin, lift the legs, and then just take a few kicks of the legs. Inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 5. In. And out. Again, right into those glutes. One more set with the legs. And then stretch the legs out, stretch the arms out and lift them, and then come into the arms as well. One more, 2 more sets. Inhale and exhale, drop down, take a little rock and roll the head. Coming up, extend the right arm, press for the left hand and the right arm extended, and then just look over the right shoulder. That should give you a really good stretch in that back. Couple of breaths there, allow that neck to stretch. Pressing down in both hands. And then bring the right arm in and send the left arm out. Press for the left hand, press for the right hand, and look over the left arm. Pressing through both. Few breaths there. Just that neck stretch a little bit more. And then bring that back down, pressing back up. A little release for the spine before we go over and do some roll ups or teasers. Coming down, releasing, just taking a few breaths there. Bring the hands around if you want to. Then roll yourself up. I'm going to come into teaser now. So we're going to start with the legs down and then work to lifting the legs. So again in teaser, if you need to use the back of your legs, hopefully you can all still come up. This is a big test, isn't it? So if you need to use the back of the legs at all, the most important thing, like I always say, you must come evenly. This is not an option. Rolling onto your strong side. So trying to come up as even as you can. If you have lost it a little bit in the centre and you just want to do a half one, that's fine, because you're going to build up again if you do that. So, but obviously don't strain or try and go to one side. So take the feet away a little bit, palms are facing in, inhale, nod. Exhale, going to come up. You're going to push with the sit bones of the arms. And as we exhale, come down. And again, inhale. Exhale, nice and evenly. Push for the sit bone, shoulders down. the feet down, inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, ceiling. Exhale, down. We'll do one more. Ceiling. And exhale. Okay, we're going to give it a try now with both legs lifted. But if you just want to take it down to legs down, then just go with your options, or you can just come half. So inhale, exhale, coming up, a little balance, legs stay lifted, coming up. Inhale, exhale, nice and controlled as you go down. It's all about the control. Coming up. Shoulders down, all about the shoulders too, don't let us come up to the ears, and then control as you go down. So really getting into that centre. We'll do a couple more. Coming up, push for the sit bones, working into that lower back, getting that strength back into there. There's probably been a lot of sofa surfing going on at this point. And that lower back will really suffer if you don't keep it strong. Okay, so we're going to try and straighten now, but keep the knees bent if you need to. So come towards the legs, inhale, exhale up. Strong in the legs, inhale, exhale down. A few more. Again, keep the knees bent if you need to. Knees facing upwards, so facing the ceiling with the knees. Squeeze the legs together. Big toes together. So really working those legs as well. So you start to feel it in that lower back a little bit. Couple more. Especially if it's getting a bit lazy. And one more. And back down, bend the knees, hug in. Oh. Just take a nice deep breath in and out there. Okay, I think we've got time for some rollovers. So just taking the block out. So again, your option, especially if you are feeling a bit sluggish in this centre, because we really need to be using this centre to bring the legs up and over, not the hitching of the elbows or the shoulders. So if you feel a bit sluggish here, just stick with these, because that's going to get these working. But obviously that's the action we need to be able to bring the legs over. So either 15 or 10 or 15 each cross, or if you can do a rollover, inhale lower, maintain your imprint, exhale over, inhale open, exhale nice and controlled as you go down, so keeping those shoulders down, cycle round and bring them together. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale, open. Exhale, controls. The midsection goes down, shoulders stay down, legs together. And again. And then we're going to start with the feet together and go over. So inhale, feet together. Exhale, open the legs and come down. So the other way. So feet together. Exhale over. Open the legs. Hip distance coming down. One more, feet together. Exhale. Open the legs. And exhale down with the legs open. Bring them back together. So just a little swap round. Doesn't make too much difference, just a little bit of variety. And just take a few deep breaths there. So that back should be really warmed up now. And working hard. So we're just going to take a light twist. So take the feet down and just take the knees over to one side. So light twist and that's it. Breath in and out. And then into centre, a couple of rocks. And over to the other side. A light twist. Then bring that up. Hug in, we're going to come up to standing. So grabbing your rings as well. So if you want to come up to standing from down dog, come into down dog and walk the feet in. And then slowly roll yourself up, rather than again going to one side. Keep the body nice and even as much as we can. Roll the shoulders and grab your rings. Going to take the feet forward to start with. I'm just going to take a few squats with the feet facing forward. So inhale, elbows tucked in. As you exhale, push forward. Inhale, back in, shoulders down, elbows tuck in, exhale. Get into those thighs and knees, strengthening those. As you come up, squeeze the bum. Sorry, don't breathe out in the wrong place. Exhale, squeeze, inhale in. If the breathing swaps round though, don't worry. It's all good, we all need to breathe. It doesn't matter where, really. It's just getting that good activation of those deep muscles. So pulling up and in as you breathe out. And then we're going to change the foot position slightly. So slightly out to the side. So when you come down into a squat, the knees are going to go over the toes. So it's going to work a slightly different area of your legs. So coming down and your glutes. So it kind of gets more into the outside of those hips. And we also get a little bit of stretching in the thighs, which we all need. Couple more. Roll the shoulders. Okay, into lunges. Best way to get into these, I think just stepping back. Stepping back with the left leg. So we start with the right foot forward and the left leg back. Coming onto the toe at the back. So we're going to straighten the legs first, and as we bend, we're going to push the ring forward. So pushing, and this knee goes down. Inhale, back in. Exhale, knee comes, bends the knee, sorry. The other knee comes down. Sorry, watch this knee doesn't go too far forward though, so it stays in line with the ankle. So we kind of go more down, really, rather than forward. So knee towards the mat. Inhale, straighten. Coming down. We do 8 of these. I think I've done about 4. 3 more. On the last one, I'm just going to pulse. One more. And then step back in. One step if you can, or a few steps. And then we're going to take the other leg back, so the right leg goes back. Again, quite far back, turning onto the toe. Again, when you come down, knee comes in line with the ankle and the knee goes down. So, if you can balance. If you find that really hard to balance, just take it down and just do this. I should have told you at the beginning, shouldn't I? So if you were struggling, maybe just take a knee down, that's fine. So coming back up, if you can. We're going to come down with the knee. Inhale. I'm struggling today. Exhale. So we do 8. So there's more going down. 4 more. One more and then we're going to pulse. One more set. And then step. One step back in. Roll the shoulders a few times. Deep breath in and out. So get into those legs as well today. So coming now back down onto the floor. We'll just come on our shins to start. We'll just do a little side bend. So take an extended arm, press down to the ring, inhale. As you exhale, come over. Just a few breaths there, just doing that for the nose, there's a little stretch. Just getting into that lower back, side body. Open up that rib cage. And then back to the other side. So quite tight in this area sometimes, that quadrans lumborum, so these side stretches are really good, especially if you do a lot of sitting. Just try and do these as much as you can, even just standing, just stretching to the side. A couple more breaths. And then release that, release the ring, we're going into our side bends, for another little side stretch. So a little bit more through legs and arms. So taking the hand level with the hip, our hand on the knee, inhale. So once you're set up, make sure that when you come up, you're going to be able to stack your shoulder over your wrist. So inhale, exhale, coming up and over, stacking the shoulder. Get that position first, inhale. We'll do 3 preps. One more. And then full if you can, we'll do 6 fulls. We'll just stick to prep. And inhale down. Exhale. Sometimes gripping with the fingers helps to activate the muscles in the lower arm. So grip with the fingers, so we don't hang out on the wrist too much. Also helps a little bit more stability with the shoulders. 2 more, I think. And 1 more. Bring that down and then swap over to the other side. So again, set up, just make sure you're going to have to stack your shoulder over the wrist. So preps to begin with, inhale. Exhale up and over. Inhale down. So big reach over, ribs to the ceiling. And then full if you can. Again, a little grip with the fingers. Pressing down with that hand, coming up. Switching on the muscles in the lower arm too. That's going to help out those wrists. And if you've got anything going on in the wrist, you can always come down onto your forearm as well. 3 more, I think. 2. And 1. And release that down. Whew. I think my walk has taken its toll. I might have to have a little nap later. No, don't do granny naps. Try not to anyway. In lockdown it's really hard not to be able to just... When I start reading books, I start falling asleep. I want to do more reading, but they end up making me all sleepy. So I have to keep active. Because I got my classes to keep me active anyway. So we're just going to take a few side bends here, just to release that, and then we're going to take a few rotations. So just a couple more each side. Again, just getting into that side body. It's going to be a bit stiff again if you're doing a lot of sitting. So just taking the arms out to the side. Actually, we use the ring. So we take the ring in the center. Inhale. Exhale, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more left. Then we're going to take it up to the ceiling with a slight bend of the elbows. Then we're going to pulse the ring round, so little squeezes. 3 pulses. So as you squeeze as well, making sure those elbows are again coming towards each other, not winging out here. They're slightly squeezing towards each other and bent. So we can run into those biceps. Lower arms and wrists as well. It's really good for the wrists using a ring. So that's going to help strengthen them without too much strain. So using a ring is going to be good for that strengthening. More. Even if you just sit there and just squeeze the ring, just little squeezes, it's going to help strengthen up the arms and the wrists. So if you're not quite ready to put too much weight onto there, just a little bit of resistance with the ring is just going to keep them stronger. Okay, so taking it out to the side, we're going to take it into stop. So inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach to the outside up foot. Inhale up. Exhale, center. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more each side, so inhale, rotate, exhale, reach, inhale up, exhale, center, inhale, exhale, inhale, and back to center, just a little forward flexion, stretch out that back, so imagine yourself against the wall, inhale, exhale, drop the chin in, press for the rings, the shoulders come down, flex the spine, knees are up, toes are up. Big inhale and an exhale, stack it back up. Keep those shoulders down though, don't let this happen. Draw them down, elbows tuck in. And again, inhale, exhale, stacking. One more. Release that up. Okay, a little hamstring stretch. So we're going to take the right leg. We're going to place the left foot to the inner thigh. So we're getting a hip stretch as well. If that's not doable, you can always just take the legs out and just come forward here. So legs, hips a bit tight. So we're just going to come down, inhale, exhale, slide the arms down, just tuck the chin. Just take a couple of breaths there, pushing into the heel, just getting a little hamstring stretch, a little hip stretch. And then sitting tall, we're going to take the outside of this left knee and rotate round, pushing into the right heel. Toe up, knee up. Sitting tall, through your spine. And just take a little rotation now. Maybe your knee might be right up here, especially if you're quite tight on your hips. This side for me is really tight. So sometimes my knee really comes up. I'm trying to encourage it to come down, but don't force or shove. Just an encouragement of bringing it down. And just make sure this sit bone doesn't pop up. Keep that nailed down. And then changing over. So this leg comes in. So this is my good hip. My knee behaves itself this side. So knee up, very often you are different both sides. I think my hips are slightly out. I think it's probably to do with horses, I think. I'm getting knocked off horses. Slightly putting my hips out. So hopefully it will then get back to normal one day. So a few more breaths. And then bring that back up. And then taking it around to the other side. So taking that toe up, knee up, a little rotation. Make sure this sit bone stays into the block. So you're sitting tall, so you're even waiting for the hips as you twist through the waist. Couple more breaths. And then back into centre. Onto all fours. First of all, I'm just going to take a last little hamstring stretch in our down dog. So pushing up to the ceiling, ease the heels down and just walk out your dog. Getting into those knees, ankles, and really stretching down the back of those legs. Then drop the knees. Again, just getting those hamstrings a little bit, rock the foot out. Then into the hip flexors, we bend the knee, push the chest forward, and then straighten, lift the toe up. Bend, hips forward, straighten, 2 more. Pad the knee out if you need to, mine's cracking away. And change legs. Other side, so if you need to make a little padding with your mat, I'm going to, my knees really don't like hard floors. So pad that out if you need to. You've got quite a thin mat. I think most of you've got Pilates mats that are quite thick, so it's not too bad if you've got a thick mat. And again, push chest forward and tuck in. Couple more. And 1 more. And then bring that back. Take out your little crease. Bring it back onto your shins or your legs out long. Entirely up to you. I find it quite comfortable here. So taking the arms and roll those shoulders out a few times, and then bring the arms around. Give yourself a big chest lift. Draw the arms away if you want to. Elbows slightly softened. Couple breaths there. And then just tuck the chin, rounding through the spine, shoulders down. And then just lifting the head, looking to the ceiling. Deep breath in and out. And then head central, head over to the right side. Just let that release. Drop the left arm off. And then get a little bit more stretch for that neck, look to the ceiling. And take it back to centre and over to the other side, left side, look to the ceiling. Just drop that right arm off. And back to centre, a couple of rolls. Okay, thank you very much everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how you're getting on. Whether you're managing to keep up with the classes. Don't worry if you're not, you can always load. There's loads on YouTube now. You can access them. But anyway, if you've got the my Facebook website, there's loads of yoga on there, and you can go on to topics and find any old Pilates classes you want to do as well. So there's lots of choices. So no excuse. But if you don't manage to keep up with them all, don't worry. At least they're there for you to do when you need to, and you can do them anytime too. So thank you very much everybody, I'll see you soon.